Hi guys, this is Jimmy Jones, coming to you from I Am Art Studios, and I'm currently working on some projects. I have right here is going to be the music studio room, and what I'm doing right here is I'm going to set a booth. I'm going to come out with a wall right here and in, and do that as a soundproofing room, so that whoever the artist, me myself. uh, and whoever else can record in there. And then over here, I'm going to set up, the computers, the piano, beat machine, everything, and speakers, and whatever I need. I'm also going to do cameras because I'm thinking about starting a podcast too, and I'm going to be recording like YouTube videos and TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. So I blacked everything out. Even painted the lights, but what I'm gonna do is put LED lighting, putting the lighting around like I have in here. I bought it for $30 on Amazon. It's a 100-foot LED strip and it changes colors. I have my stuff set up right here for tattooing or for artwork. I have paint stuff. I also have my little office stuff. So if you look, everything is set up. Got my little kitchen area. Got another TV. Have a TV here for for purposes watching TV and shit. Then I have a couch, a little lounge area. Then computers, printer, stencil machine, and then I'm also going to do this room as like a spray booth and have all my tools set up. So what I'm currently doing at this moment is I'm setting up all my tools. I do have stuff that I work with, like stilts and like handbag tools that I'm putting in there. I have right here, I have hand tools and stuff, but all my like power tools, and I'm going to get a air compressor and paint sprayer and everything, and have that all lined up so it'll be easy to work on cars in here and do whatever I need to do. I have a couple cars and I got a lot of friends that need a place, and so I'm gonna make this a all-around type of place. So what I'm doing is I'm putting up little hand tools that I need all the time. You see stuff like this. My buddy came over and he is about to paint his brake calipers. So we have, tools to do that. Everything's relatively cheap. I mean, you could do this yourself for like, at least $5,000 or so, and have everything that you could need. I have my paint little set up, power tool, everything. And I'm still putting everything together. I have building materials for doing the booth and everything. I just did my vehicle. I have advertising for tattoos, and I'm gonna keep going with the theme of it. Got my Instagram, SoundCloud. It's Jimmy Jones 954 Inc. at I Am Art Studios. So I'm gonna do it real big on the side here, and I already started doing some stuff with my truck, but I'm going to do more. The paint's okay. It's a work truck, so I put the new tires on it, make it nice. I put a whole new front end on it, did it myself, saved the money with that. By doing everything myself, I'm saving the money. So it would have cost me $1,000 or more to do that, to put the new tires on and rims and everything like that. It cost a couple thousand. So what I did was I did it myself, and I bought all the tools with that money, saved hundreds of dollars, and instead of spending the money on somebody else doing it, I was able to do it myself, save the money, and buy the tools. So now I can do, for future purposes, I won't have that issue. I've been doing my own mechanics, but anything that you have a question with, you can always YouTube it. So right now what we're doing is we're taking off the wheels on his car and sanding down the brake calipers. and we're gonna paint these, the brake calipers, as well as this. And I don't know if he wants to do the front end. You can see right here is sway bar and all this stuff. It could be painted as well. You just want to make sure for certain things, but pretty much a lot of it can get painted. Don't let somebody tell you you can't do something that you want to do. He did this, and as you can see, he only did one coat. So I was telling him he needs to do more than one coat. We can paint the headers. I have a header paint. It's high heat paint, specifically made for headers. And we're taking the rims, gonna clean them off. And I don't know if he wants to paint those as well right now, but eventually he could paint the rims. Currently, right now, this is what he's working with. So they don't look bad. You clean them up. They don't look bad, but they don't stand out. They don't pop out. So by doing a little bit of paint job to it, costs you, $20-30, paint all the rims, and it's gonna make the car just pop. It's gonna stand out. And you're really, my personal opinion, it's those little details that really personalize the car, and you did it yourself. You could pay somebody else to do it too, but I think personally, doing something myself gives me more reward. So like in here, I built my own shower and stuff, and painted this. When I came in here, the whole place was white with a gray floor. It was all chipped up. It's a regular warehouse, just like every warehouse you've ever seen. Looked shitty. So I painted everything black with a sprayer, and I went around and I accented all the whatever else I was trying to do. So I did the shower, put the LED lights in around, picked this up for $20 at Walmart, got these for $20 at Home Depot, and you just plug it into a regular outlet. I made this myself, put this in, did the tile myself. I had to do it on a platform so it would drain down at a pitch towards the drain that goes into the bathroom. So as long as you have running water, I have a running water line here, you could tie it into the line, and you just got to add the hot water, which was $200 at Home Depot. So it's not much. Doing stuff like this doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and spend a couple dollars, but do it yourself and you'll save a shit ton of money. And so now I'm able to stay here. I'm able to work whenever I want, and that's the awesome part, because I like to wake up and do a little project. Stay up late. I stay up late every night and do like little projects like painting or whatever. And I do tattoos, so I'm always doing some sort of something. I just try to stay busy, because I know that I only have a set amount of time on this earth, and I'm gonna try to do everything I can while I'm here. And I work every shift I can. I work for several different contractors and do construction. So I'm trying to get like this dude right here. Check this out. He got a Grand National. He's about to send it to auction. He's expecting 35, but it's pushing. He's got like what was the turbo or
68 millimeter.
Yeah. So he's got 68, or I thought it was 75. He said, and he's got bikes over here and shit, badass whips, and yeah. So it's inspiring. He's got this Super right here, and then he's got another Super. This one's pushing 400 horsepower. It's got the right steering wheel. JDM. And then also he's got another one that's pushing 2,500 horsepower. He's got 4 Hayabusas in there. And he's in there talking to somebody right now. I just don't want to, interrupt him. But then next door, they paint cars and they do body work and shit. And so like I'm trying to get my little self, this is the first time I really been able to do something like this. And I've been saving for years, but I didn't have a shit ton of money. I just always buy tools, and I had a lot of tools already, but I bought tools that I needed to be able to do some of the things that I wanted to do. And so I've always, like, been a front yard mechanic. Work on my car in my front yard or at the tattoo shop. And, I painted my car the other day in the front yard. That's where I painted the truck. So because of that, it was very, I lived at a halfway house. And it was very not comfortable. I had people, I lived in the hood, and I had people walking around me and all this shit, watching me. I didn't like it. They were getting high and shit. I didn't want to be around that. I used to have a problem with drugs. I'm in recovery, and I don't want to be around that sort of atmosphere and those vibes that so many of us are in. So I try to exclude myself from that scenario. I try to do everything I can to avoid those situations. So why am I paying rent and live in a halfway house that was that type of circumstances? It wasn't a problem for years. I lived there for a while, but I was always at work, So anyways, I needed a place to do stuff like that. And so right away, I was looking for storefronts, but I really wanted a garage, really wanted a warehouse so I could paint, paint cars, paint paintings, airbrush, all types of shit. So now I got this place. So, this is just the beginning. This is 1,440 square feet. I'm already thinking in the future of the next place. He's actually has his unit for another month, and his unit's bigger, and it's only $1,700 a month. So I mean, you're talking, a couple pennies, but with as much stuff as you could do there, it's like ridiculous not to do it, because I can make that no problem. Within a week or so, you can make, money for rent. It's easy. I'm dedicated to working. I'm always working 24/7. If I'm not working on a job, I'm working, but I work for myself. I do all that artistic stuff, and now I'm not with the tattoo shop no more, so I'm doing it for myself, 100% profit, and I make music. So the music, that stuff is just for me. I love making music. It's a way I express myself, and it's freeing. It's for my soul. So I always, at least once a week, make sure I record a song, and I try to do at least 3 a week. So throughout the week, throughout the day, I might think of some, and I go write it down. Now, what really made this possible, and what I very highly suggest to people, is to start, get a log, get a journal, or get a calendar. So I write everything down, and I keep all my receipts and everything. So I have everything kept track of. I just got this one, and I'm starting to keep track of everything. This helps so much with the organization. It's incredible. And I also, I have a receipt book. I keep everything, receipts. So when I work on cars, and I also got a Square reader so people could pay me with that. It was only $5. Just hook it to your bank account. So I keep this is my book binder. So all the cars that I work on, I write down. I have a BMW 325. I write down the part, where I got it, when I did it, the date, the codes that are coming up. I bought a Blue Driver $100 scan tool. It helps you out tremendously when it comes to figuring out what's wrong with your car. Then I keep different vehicles in here. So anytime I work on anything, I keep track of, when I change the oil. Change the oil 169, And I just wanted you guys to know, like, I'm buying cars and shit like that, but I'm not rich by far. I just work my ass off, and my family ain't got no money. Like, literally, my dad's an addict, and my mom passed away, and my parents had HIV because they were addicts, and I don't have HIV. Just in case people were questioning. So, anyways, I just bust my ass, and I bought used cars. I check them out with the OBD scan tool. I paid $2,000 for this truck. I paid $800 for my Nissan Altima. I paid $2,000 for the BMW. Before this, I had the same truck. I paid $1,200 for it, $1,250. I had, like I always buy vehicles for mad cheap. Most of my vehicles I pay like $1,000 for, and then I just fix them up myself and just repair them. And while I'm doing that, I'm customizing it. So every time I'm doing something, I know it's brand new. So I'm writing it down in the book. So even when you do get an old vehicle like that, right? It's in 2002, so it's about 20 years old. And whenever you get an old vehicle like that, you have no idea when the last time they changed the fuel pump, or they changed the oil, or you know what I mean, like anything. So you keep track of it in the binder. You put the binder in the car, so that anytime you have a question, oh, when was the last time I changed the brake pads? So I just put new brake pads. So I bought brand new tires, and I bought new brake pads. I painted them, and I bought a new front end. It was $150 on Amazon. Did my whole front end, and that was $1,000 job, easy. Everywhere was telling me like 900 plus the parts. So I know now exactly when it was changed, so I have a record of it, and I even filmed it. But you don't have to film it, but at least keep track so you know how many miles it was or what the date was, and then you keep your receipts and you organize everything. So this way, for future references, say a tie rod on breaks or something were to break, right? You have everything on file and everything. So when you go like, hey, I bought this Makita drill or Milwaukee drill last year and it broke already. Now you have the receipt and you have the paperwork, and you know exactly where everything is. I think that's the real key to doing anything, is being organized, which is the hardest part. But it's not really, because once you start being organized, it becomes like second nature, So he's starting to paint the brake calipers right now. Show him what kind of paint you got. This is Ron.
How you doing, guys? This is Duplicolor Metal Cast color coat, and it's red.
So he wanted it red. Hey, I have a bright red. Why don't you use the bright red and then spray that over it, so it'll give it like a sheen to it. Yeah, do a base coat with this. It'll be real nice bright, because that's kind of looking dark.
Yeah.
So look what I'm talking about. So we're gonna check out to see. The thing about when you're doing colors like this, you see my little color situation here. No, it won't look bad. But
talk about bright though.
Yeah, it'll make it bright, and then it'll have that sheen that you're looking for. Look.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So now, when you do the second coat, it's gonna have
the metal cast to it.
Yeah,
That color.
and you don't have to worry about really getting it. You want to tape this off but you don't necessarily have to be worried about it, because when the brakes go for, you know, a little while, you'll be able to tell, but it's gonna wear it off. You don't have to really be worried about it. I had a couple people mention that to me. Oh, you shouldn't be painting your but you don't have to worry about that, man. Don't listen. People give you any reason not want to fucking do something.
They give you 1,000+ reasons.
Yeah. Like, hey, how about don't worry about what I'm doing over here?
Nah, I heard with that base coat, it's definitely gonna make it brighter.
Yeah. So you just do this.
And I sanded that
Good
control
answer.
off. You
Oh,
want
did you?
what you think? Yeah. Make that red or just leave it the same?
Yeah, red.
Yeah.
Right? Red?
Fuck it.
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, I do like it.
Yeah, it's sick. You could do the other arms. So I have another can brand new. So just pay me back for it, you know. I'll open the other can. And Home Depot's right down the street anyway. So this can, this is the kind of paint I use. This is Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover. It covers really well. This is Poppy Red. But this is only $4 a can, $5 a can. So, you know, all paint's pretty much the same price, close to $1 or $2 off. But I guess let's do the rest, right? Do the sway bar and everything.
Fuck it.
Might as well, because the thing about when you're doing stuff like this is you want to do it all right now. Don't say, oh, I'll do it later. And you can, but then you got to come back to it.
That's true.
So just try to get it all out the way while you're doing it. The paint don't have to be perfect. It's on the bottom of the car, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's more for the look than anything, you know what?
Yeah. I would even spray the coils and everything.
I would.
Huh?
Two great minds think alike. I would think about that, honestly. The springs?
Yeah. The coilovers, and they're gonna look sharp with the red.
Yeah.
If anything, we'll just go get more paint.
Yeah. And I got you on that.
Yeah, this is the same one that's in my bathroom.
That's true, though. I'm not lying, Jimmy. It looks sharp right now.
You want to give it a good coat because, you know, it is going to get heat and You know, but look how it was just ugly black, and now it looks totally different. And when you sit the rim on there, it's gonna pop. Me personally, I think the brighter the color, the better. That's my personal opinion, because I just think that the brighter the color, the more it's gonna pop out.
For sure.
And then I would do, if you were gonna do the rims, do a different color. Do that blue, or you could even do it that red.
No, what I was thinking
If you
about
wanted-
is with the valve cover, I got the same color that's
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah. That would look awesome.
I got those in my trunk.
Yeah, so check this out.
I got a bunch of shit in my fucking truck. You wanna go basic blue? You wanna go a little shiny blue? You
Yeah.
wanna go a little candy blue?
Oh. Yeah. See? This is actually the same similar thing as what I had before.
You wanna go candy blue again?
Yeah. So what I did was, the first time was I painted it with this stuff
Yeah.
on some of the things beforehand,
No, of
because
course.
when I first got the truck,
But
I
no,
had to
not Jimmy.
paint this. Popping wheelies and shit.
I love when people do that.
But I painted the bumper and I painted this with this stuff, and then I ended up going back over it and redoing it.
Well, yeah.
But that's just to let you know, when you do one thing, you don't like it, you can just do it again, do it with another color. Don't be afraid to experiment.
That's how you learn.
Yeah, that's how you learn, and that's how you see what you like. So, anyways, gonna sign out, post this video, and we'll make the next one. I'm gonna go wash up real quick. So, alright guys, thanks for coming to the I Am Art Studios, and check you guys next time.